Welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm your host, Innishrina1, continuing our Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered walkthrough 100% synchronization. This is sequence number 2. Don't forget to leave a like and, of course, comment below. It's go time.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle it. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... well, at least until he arrives. I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you.
Hello, sir.
If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say, but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
Thief! Someone stop him!
Again, these main videos here will be just covering each and every single memory. We will have extra videos on the side covering other things that involve Boston and all of the different locations.
There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. I need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
All right, so at this point, we are essentially open to kind of do almost what we want. Now, my goal is a lot off screen. I'm going to go around and kind of unlock the map to be able to see certain things. So when we are getting certain collectibles and other certain things to help us, you know, grab more stuff along the world, you won't have to see all of that filler and you'll just get, you know, kind of straight to the point. This walkthrough is going to be very, very thorough, so I hope you guys are in for the long haul because there's so much that I have planned for it.
Damn sprigs. This accursed city will be the death of me.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Haytham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, all right. If you have the time, hurrah. If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
Well, that was interesting.
All right, so that's a part of one of the side missions that you can complete, which are the almanacs.
Willkommen, enter, please.
Mission here is simple: buy a pistol and a sword. So hold RB to open the weapon wheel and use L to select the sword in the large weapons. Now you can also use R as well, as you can see. L is for weapon and R is for like your tools. So there's two different sides that you can do. Now you can do your flintlock. have it set to essentially wherever you want.
For all your fishing needs, come to Captain Hornbill's. Whether a fleet or a weekend angler, he's got everything to make him jump out of the water. The plow is fleet.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
I love all the interactions that you get to do with some of history's most important men and women. Truly, this was one of my favorite games because I am such a history buff, and the American Revolution is one of my favorite subjects. And there you go, ladies and gents. Memory number 2 is complete, and we shall continue.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
This way. Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir,
We'd best be off.
of course.
Now, there are still some moments where you can actually talk to your companions in between those missions as well.
Tell me about yourself, William.
What's to tell? I was born in Ireland to Catholic parents, which I learnt early in life severely limited my opportunities. So I converted to Protestantism and journeyed here at the behest of my uncle. But I fear my uncle Peter was not the swiftest of men. He sought to open trade with the Conyan Gahaga, but chose to build his settlement away from the trade routes instead of on them. I tried to reason with the man, but as I said, not the swiftest. So I took what little money I'd earned and bought my own little plot of land. I built a home, a farm, a store, and a mill. Humble beginnings, but well situated, which made all the difference.
So this is how you came to know the Mohawk?
Indeed, and it has proved a valuable relationship.
But still no mention from your contacts of the precursor site? No hidden temple or ancient constructs?
Yes and no. Which is to say, they have their fair share of sacred sites. Earthen mounds, forest clearings, hidden caves, but nothing matching what you describe. No strange metals, no odd glows.
It is well hidden.
Even to them, it seems. But cheer up, my friend. You'll have your precursor treasure. I swear it.
To our success, then.
And soon. Should not be much longer.
All right, Charles, let's make our way. There will be some instances that will transport you to a specific location where your mission is. This is one of them, meaning that you can't just, you know, go out into the free world and find it. You will be transported there automatically. And this is where the official next memory in Sequence 2 starts. Johnson's Errand.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Now show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
We don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened. Get into position, but wait for me to take the first shot.
So the optional objective here, the first one, is pretty simple. You just need to take out 10 enemies. As you can see, sometimes the magnets can be very, very weird as you're trying to just crawl up one simple thing.
Go on now, or you make us mad.
So you have two different ways to shoot enemies. You have reflex shots, and then you have aiming. So reflex shots allow you to just simply, wherever your cursor is pointed at, it'll shoot really, really quick. The other one is timed aiming, and you can do it just like normal third-person shooter. All right, so there is no stealth here. You need to just pretty much get into a fight, and it's as simple as that. You give yourself enough time to reload. You might be able to reload before he gets here. And then you can do a reflex shot to get that extra in. There you go. And then we can just take out the rest normally.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now?
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them. On with the show then.
Always make sure you reload before every situation, because you honestly never know when the other enemy is going to be coming up, and you need to always have a weapon ready.
They wasn't so safe inside after all. Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
This is where you learn the reflex shot.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
A shame so many had to die.
Back to the Green Dragon, then. I need a drink.
We have some new objectives, optional. Do not let them get below 50% health, which should be pretty easy.
Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this.
Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Aw, why's you always gotta go and spoil the sport?
As you can see, sometimes enemies can get in your way when you're trying to do other specific stuff, so you're going to see all types of those glitches in the game.
Stop them, Thomas!
You can see you got to get close enough.
Come on now. It's just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
All right, so we only need one more in order to get 100% sync with the weapons, but we still need to make sure that they don't take too much damage.
Look at those badgers running around all over your shop.
there you have it, ladies and gents. It'll take me a little bit of time to get used to the combat again in this game, and again, you're going to run into a lot of weird glitches that's going to happen. This is an Assassin's Creed game, so never expect things to go as perfect as you want them to be.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
All right, sequence 2 next to memory has been complete, full synchronization, and of course, we will continue on. All right, next mission up is called Next on the List.
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Taddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Church will. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Again, we have more conversations that we can continue.
This business with Silas confuses me. If Britain stands any chance of pushing back the French, they must ally with the natives, not enslave them.
Silas is loyal only to his purse. That his actions harm the crown is irrelevant. So long as there are buyers for his product, he'll continue to procure it.
All the more reason to stop him, then.
My days are spent in Congress with the locals, attempting to convince them that we're the ones they should trust, that the French are merely using them as tools, to be abandoned once they've won.
Your words must lose their strength when held against the reality of Silas' actions.
I've tried to explain that he does not represent us, but he wears the red coat. He commands a fort. I must appear to them either a liar or a fool. Likely both.
Take heart, brother. When we deliver them his head, they'll know your words were true. Do you like it here, Charles?
There's a certain charm to Boston, I suppose. To all of the colonies, really. Granted, their cities have none of London's sophistication or splendor, but the people are earnest and hardworking. They've a pioneer spirit I find compelling.
It's quite something, really, watching a place that's finally found its feet.
Has it, though? The French still wage war from up north, and I fear the Spanish have designs upon this place as well. Is this a new world, or just another battlefield?
Ah, that's a story old as time itself, and one that's not like to change. We're cruel and desperate creatures, set in our conquering ways. The Saxons and the Franks, the Ottomans and Safavids. I could go on for hours. The whole of human history is but a series of conflicts and subjugations. a desire for more and more and more.
I pray one day we rise above it.
Whilst you pray, I'll act. We'll see who finds success first,
It was an expression.
Aye, and a dangerous one. Words have power. Wield them wisely.
I've some work I should finish. Let us speak later.
Any news?
Whispers of things. Nothing solid at the moment. I know you're looking for word of anything out of the ordinary. Dealing with temples and spirits and ancient times and whatnot. But, so far, can't say my boys have heard much.
No trinkets or artifacts being moved through your shadow market?
Nothing new. Couple of ill-gotten weapons, some jewelry likely lifted from a living thing. But you said to listen for talk of glows and ums and strange sights, right? And I ain't heard nothing about that.
Keep at it.
Oh, I will. You done me a great service, mister. And I fully intend to repay my debt. Thricefold, if it pleases.
Thank you, Thomas.
Place to sleep and meal to eat is thanks enough. Don't you worry. I'll get you sorted soon.
All right, so here we go. So I don't want to like confuse some of you here. Memories have a specific name on them. Some of the in-between memories have names as well, kind of like a cutscene interlude. I will try to have those in the chapter select so you can see each interlude. But obviously when you see the specific memory start, that is where that specific memory is going to start. I'll try to do my best to make it as little confusing as possible, but just know that there are some times when you're just going to have a cinema, which would be technically the start of something, then the next mission is the actual memory. Hope that makes sense.
Wonderful. Charles?
Sir?
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
All right, it's time to remember the finer parts of the original Assassin's Creed series. The eavesdropping missions.
Should we right his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
Relations felt in Boston, and to the north, and to the south.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
All right, so obviously if you get detected, you need to put yourself in this position where you can hide. So, you know, social stealth is what I believe they called it back in the day. Hiding in plain sight.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those on the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
All right. it's time to do what pretty much you have to do in every single Assassin's Creed. I think one of the things that make Assassin's Creed so iconic is the viewpoints. And definitely one of my more favorite parts. I'm not sure if I'm planning on doing a full viewpoint video or not. If you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments. I will have the footage for it, but I'm not sure if I'm editing all that together. It takes a lot of time and effort to do things like that, so. All right, here we are at our first viewpoint. Remember back in Assassin's Creed 1 when this took a lot longer to climb? They knew, you know, they had to improve that some way. So in Assassin's Creed 2, they made the climbing definitely a lot quicker, which I'm sure a lot of us thank them for that, because it did take quite a while to be able to actually climb every single viewpoint in the original game.
Time to take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
Optional objectives are to eavesdrop on a moving group of guards and 100% successful of eavesdropping.
Though he says to church that one way or another the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man. He's grim times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat tomorrow.
Good call, that.
Now there's going to be a few moments where we'll actually show us traversing from one area to the next when it's part of a mission and you need to see exactly where the areas that I'm going. Other than that, normally, you know, we'll always cut to where we need to cut to.
I've asked the criers, but they all plead ignorance.
Bugger that! They're lying!
Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Arrest one and put him in stocks. See if he's so glib then.
To do so without cause will set them singing songs about us. Last thing the city needs is town criers complaining about our abuse of authority.
And forget it. The crime is done. The killer's gone. Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it. I asked if I could help, and they waved me away. Insisted it was all under control.
How odd. Did they say what had happened?
No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood, though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on.
Where were they taking him?
Towards the hilltop. Perhaps there's a doctor at the fort.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time, just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them. Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
That can be pretty tricky to do because if you get too close, he'll automatically turn around.
Here we are then.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now, what shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I'll take his hands. Put an end to his surgery. Maybe I'll take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I'll take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
No, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas, do you hear me? I'll have your head!
No. I rather think you won't.
Commoner's dirt, Cutter. I'm proud of it. A little bit from here, a little bit from there. Make myself a nice keepsake, I will. You're absolutely mad. Like all good artists. You must be so very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work. Maybe you'll get lucky and pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Hold still a minute. I gotta decide where to start. Just a quick little...
Who are you?
Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
All right, ladies and gents, there you go. The surgeon memory is complete. And again, you can take a look at each one and see how we're doing so far. You can see there are 2 more memories in this specific sequence.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
All right, so the next memory up is called The Soldier.
State your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
Just feels so good to be playing Assassin's Creed again, the original kind of set of games. And of course, thank you all for tuning in. You want to support the channel, make sure you leave a like. Become a member if you can afford to do so. Helps the channel out. All those links are in the description.
I shouldn't kill you right now. Were you planning to announce yourself? Or did you hope my men wouldn't notice your arrival?
If you'll allow me to explain.
Ho ho! By all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir.
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Haytham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
The devil's work, no doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? Well, they'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. As luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
What are you planning?
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
You just have to make sure that you're not seen for at least 15 seconds. All you got to do is follow Charles. That should be essentially your best bet. Stay behind him. Stay close to him.
The Crown fosters advanced knowledge in the colonies. By royal...
Where shall we head next?
Perhaps down Marlborough.
No. Its residents are too content. Their homes are nice, days untroubled.
What of Lynn or Ship Street?
Yes. Those fresh arrived are often soon in dire straits. They're more likely to seize upon an opportunity to fatten their purses and feed their young.
Looks like we've taught Charles well. Essentially, you just want to make sure that they're always in your sight. That's the biggest thing. As long as they're in your sight, then you don't really have to worry too much.
Now! All members of that good fraternity are asked to attend
Thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war!
After him!
Unhand him, Edward.
You again.
Let us go. And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
There you go. That's all you have to do in order to be able to do that. So
I stay my hand today because you were once my brother, and a better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying...
I assume you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
all right, and as you can see, we're able to do what we needed to do. So I know I didn't kind of talk during there, but you know, this is live commentary, so I just wanted to focus. So essentially, first thing is the limit detection time. Don't let it go below 15 seconds. Perform sequential kills, which means just get a kill streak of 3 people in a row. Super simple to do. Prevent snitches from calling reinforcements. The snitch there is going to be the drummer, so as long as you take out the drummer, then you do not have to worry about the snitch running off. And then, of course, complete all objectives before finishing the main mission. Pretty simple.
If I may, I was curious about your past with Braddock. You two clearly have a history.
Edward was one of us upon a time, and I considered him a close friend. He was brave and bold in ways few men are. But everything changed at the siege of Bergen-op-Zoom. We had lost the fortress to the French, and were in the midst of egress. There was a skiff hidden at the port with which we planned to make our escape. As we drew near, a young man and his family came upon us, begging for safe passage. I consented, but Edward refused. The young man called him Craven then. So Edward killed him and all the rest, even the children. To this day, I don't know why. Was this the first time he'd struck out? Or had I simply never seen it before? Either way, things were never the same after that. We campaigned together a few more times, but each outing was more disturbing than the last. He killed and killed. Enemy or ally, civilian or soldier, guilty or innocent. It mattered not. If he perceived one to be an obstacle, they died. He maintained that violence was a more efficient solution. It became his mantra. And it broke my heart.
I had no idea.
He hides it well, and intimidates into silence any who discover him. Those who persist have a tendency to find misfortune.
And we should stop him.
I suppose you're right. But I maintain a foolish hope that he might yet be saved and brought back round to reason. I know. It's a silly thing to believe that one so drenched in death might suddenly change.
I'm sorry to have brought this up. It was not my intent to sour you.
Nonsense. We are brothers now. There should be no secrets between us.
When I know something, you'll know something.
So, a question for you. Why medicine?
I'm supposed to tell you I care for my fellow man, right? That I chose this path because it allows me to accomplish the greater good.
Are these things not true?
Perhaps. But that's not what guided me, no. For me, it was a less abstract thing. I like money.
There are other paths to fortune.
But what better ware to peddle than life? Nothing else is as precious nor so desperately craved. And no price is too great for the man or woman who fears an abrupt and permanent end.
Your words are cruel, Benjamin.
But true as well.
You took an oath to help people, did you not?
I abide the oath, which makes no mention of price. I merely require compensation, fair compensation, for my services.
And if they lack the required funds?
Then there are others who will serve them. Does a baker grant free bread to a beggar? Does the tailor offer a dress to the woman who cannot afford to pay? No. Why should I?
You said it yourself. Nothing is more precious than life.
Indeed. All the more reason one should ensure they have the means to preserve it.
And there are some truly, truly evil people here.
I'll let you know as soon as I have something.
All right, well, let's go ahead and continue on.
Gentlemen, I believe I found the solution to our problem. Or rather, Odysseus has.
Oh, do you? Are you a new guy?
The Greek hero, you lobcock.
Allow me to explain. We enter Silas' fort under the pretext of kinship. Once inside, we spring our trap, free the captives, and kill the slaver.
Dodgy, dodgy. I like it.
Then, let us begin. First, we need to find ourselves a convoy.
Has your pippin thrown a shoe? Need your...
Convoy should be here soon. We'll attack on my signal.
Understood, sir.
If we time this right, we can catch them all unawares.
Following a recent spate of accidents. By qualified craftsmen throughout the city.
No optional objectives here at the very beginning, so this part is pretty easy. Just need to take them all out. You have a lot of help on this mission too, so it's not like you're going to have to do everything.
What the hell is this?
I found him.
Charles, You and William serve as vanguard. Let no man reach us.
What about me?
You and John will follow from a distance and keep watch over us. I'll signal you when I have need of your services. We're here to help you, along with those held inside Southgate Fort.
Free me.
Not until we're inside the gate. I can't chance an inspection of the gate going wrong. I'll see you safe. You have my word.
The news of our times in today's Boston Weekly Advertiser.
Do you know anything of Silas' operation? How many men we might expect? The nature of their defenses? You must be rather important to him if you were given your own escort.
Sir, we've enemies ahead. Shall I engage them?
No. Let Jonathan and Thomas take care of it.
As you wish.
I wish you'd trust us. Though I suppose it's only natural for you to be wary. So be it.
This is where you're going to learn how to use your brotherhood, or so-called brotherhood.
Halt! Identify yourselves! Where is Lieutenant Jones? What's the meaning of this?
Just do it before he gets there. And there you go.
Goddamn dogs.
You, in the car. I need to inspect your cargo.
Let no man reach us!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
I'm not sure why he went after the dog first. That's kind of bad. Poor guy.
Aha! Bringing fresh meat, eh? Come here. I want to take a look at your son.
On your guard, men.
Of course.
Only say the word, and I'll cut them down.
Me and you. Who's your officer?
Engage the enemy!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
All clear.
Notice how they're all still moving around, so they're obviously getting taken out with non-lethal means.
Hold!
Evening, gentlemen.
State your business.
Delivery for Silas.
Go on then.
See? I'm freeing you just as I said I would. Now, if you'll allow me to explain. Let her go.
But she'll give us away.
No, she won't.
What's the plan?
Free the captives and avoid detection.
What of Silas?
He dies.
Let know when you're ready to strike.
All right, so we got two optional objectives. Find and kill the general and perform stealth assassinations from a corner spot 3 times. If you follow the path that you see me take, it'll be essentially pretty easy. This is where the general is. This is before you had a crouch button. So you just have to get into these little spots here. Once they added that crouch button in Unity, then I think everything just started clicking so much more, but I just wish that it was a part of these older games. So as soon as he gets into position, nice morph. Nice morph there. Normally he actually stops and kind of looks in that direction, but that time he didn't. Whatever you do, don't run. Don't do anything suspicious here.
Who have we got there?
What are you talking about?
Slouching,
Prisoners.
soldier.
Beg pardon?
I said stop
Prisoners?
slouching.
Who are you
There
to tell
are
me
no
what to do?
prisoners.
A good friend of Mr. Thatcher's.
Oh, the fellows I thought. They do not exist.
And again, now we can start to do the 3 corner kills. Wait for him to go inside the tent. On his way out, he is going to come this way, and then you can take him out. It's all automatic, so you don't have to press any specific buttons. Except for when you want to assassinate. And it will glow, so you will know that you're in the proper area.
Much fairer than back home.
Wait until winter and see if you still feel the same.
Or summer, for that matter. The heat and wet suffocates a man.
And his uniforms. Clearly sewn for the climb. Too heavy when it's hot.
There's 2. You do need to make sure that you do not free the 3rd set of slaves before you've reached 3 cover kills,
A nice change of pace from the
or else you'll fail the objective. You can also whistle to get their attention as well, but we have followed a specific pattern for all the enemies, so we know exactly where they are, where they're going. No reason to do all of that. Now we're just going to wait right here for this guy to come by. Once he comes all the way over here, then we can go ahead and move up and then take out the one guy that's over there, and then we should be good to go. You don't want to move too quickly. And then you're good to go.
An hour of quiet was all I asked. Instead, I'm awakened not 10 minutes later by this cacophonous madness. I expect an explanation, and it had best be good. How? How did this happen? My precious merchandise set free! It's unacceptable! Rest assured, I'll have the heads of those responsible, but first we clean up this mess! Seal the fort, kill any who try to escape. I don't care if they be one of us or one of them. To approach the gate is to be made a corpse. Am I understood?
Push them back.
All you gotta do is hold A, and then you're good to go. Make sure you don't get hit by any of the firing lines. That is your optional objective. Best way to do that is to actually run into them. This keeps them from being able to fire on you.
Magnitude, I should kill you all. Kill anyone you piece here. Stop the interloper.
Benjamin.
Kill the intruders.
Glad to have you with us. I could use some help.
I'll fill at you like a god. He's the one responsible.
Who are you? Name's Hatham Kenway. You don't know me, but I believe the two of you are well acquainted.
I made a promise to you, Silas. One I intend to keep.
What happens now?
We wait. But not for very long, I suspect.
And there you have it, ladies and gents. Sequence 2 is complete. And then we'll take a look at that. As you can see, avoid firing line damage. You saw that at the very end of getting the last group of captures, the guy saw us a little bit, but don't worry about that, because as long as you get there, just as the timing that I did, you will be 100% fine. The mission will automatically fail if you get caught before that. So that's how you know whether or not you're good. So sequence 2 complete, all memories 100% synchronization. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see the rest of the video here. Don't forget to leave a like, and of course, I will see you on sequence number 3. Remember, these videos take a long time to make, so support the channel any way that you can by taking a look at the links in the description. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us everywhere. I mean, you know, donate if you can, and you have the means to do so. All those links are in the description. Become a patron, member, all of that stuff really, really helps the channel. Other than that, we'll see you on sequence number 3. Peace out.